All right, here we are, another week, an LVO week. Around the Trash Fire, your host Matthias, along with the boys.
John.
And Travis.
Oh my god, it's Travis. He's come back.
Whoa.
Hey. Good to
It
be
was
back.
revealed that LVO, and now he's here.
Would have known. Well, it's good to have you back. Get your opinions on things.
Yes, it's what the world needs more of, my opinions.
Even though I was with you pretty much this whole weekend.
Yes. Or just pretend like you haven't heard it before.
I know. I don't
It's
know.
called
I don't know what you're gonna talk about.
acting, baby.
Well, before we get to the LVO news, I think we should just jump into all this quickie news, shall we?
Sure.
So we got a Sunday preview. Quickly go over this. The two-player starter set, or not starter set, box set for
Yes.
Eldar vs. Chaos.
Yes.
This was a surprise to me because
Okay.
this is something I thought they would announce at LVO that this is coming out.
Okay.
Coming out soon then.
Yeah, I mean like
Which means Eldar's coming out
I
soon.
thought they would like hype it up more instead of just like dropping it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But that's okay. It's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's here sooner, which is good.
True. It is what I said, right? They didn't announce it at the LVO, but we knew that this box was coming next month.
Oh, yes. Thanks to Christmas.
Just not as soon. Not as soon as I thought it was going to be. Blah 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 blah. Actually, since you're here, Travis, why don't we get your opinions quickly on the Eldar models?
Oh, okay. We talked about this a bit, but yeah, it's sad that our favorite cloak wearing Eldar boys are not crouching anymore. As a matter of fact, one of them has his leg all the way up on a rock since he needs that. Nothing a covert sniper needs more than to be standing way up on a rock. Perfect.
Perfect.
Riding around on bikes. They're becoming more and more like stormtroopers with everything I see. But I mean, they're good models. They're gorgeous. I probably won't pick up any of the bikes myself unless they're like crazy broken or something, and I already own plenty of. So, but I do want the Autark. The Autark's really cool.
It is a nice model, and it is multi-kit. That's the nice thing about it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be the return of multi-kit characters again with tons of options.
Oh, if we could only be so
She,
lucky.
she has like 4 guns. She
Yeah.
could also be a he or a she.
Hmm.
Could have different melee weapons, different heads.
Yep.
And it's made to work with the Autark with the wings as well.
Yep.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Yeah, very forward thinking for GW.
I know something they could use a little bit more of.
Guys, keep doing it. This is good. This is good.
Seriously.
All right. And what about your thoughts on the Chosen and the Tech Priest?
The Tech Priest is cool. I'm glad they finally got one in plastic. If they ever release them separately, I'll pick one up. Chosen, I already own a bunch from the what was that?
Dark
Assault on?
Vengeance.
Yeah, Dark Vengeance. I own
Yeah.
a bunch of the Dark Vengeance ones. So got some. They're all monopose, and I use them for conversions all the. And then a Forge Fiend / Muller Fiend, which is at the minute completely fucking useless, but maybe it'll be good in the new codex.
Maybe. We can only hope.
I do love plasma, so
It's
So
true.
so this box is gonna be $200.
ooh,
And if you parse out the contents based on other kits, it's gonna be about $300. So you're saving $100 if you want this kit. Or this box set, which is it's a good deal if you want everything.
It's very steep though, in my
yeah,
opinion.
200 for so few models is pretty crazy.
Yeah. I didn't know the Forge Fiend is like $75, which is
Yeah,
crazy. Like, oh my
it's
gosh,
pure
it's a
sadness.
pricey model. You could play Kill Team for that that much.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should have dropped the Forge Fiend for something else. Jesus. Drop that
something
price on the
new.
box.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, there's that. And get the book, get the stencils, whatever. Black Library, Pariah finally coming to paperback.
ayo.
Have you started this or finished this?
Oh, I'm done. Yeah, I got the audiobook as soon as it came out.
Thoughts?
It,
Without any
I loved it.
spoilers?
I loved it. I like it a lot. I mean, I love the original Three Eisenhorns. I love Magos. I love all the short stories. Ravner's fucking sucks. Sorry if that upsets anybody. Terrible books. Ravner's a terrible character outside of the Eisenhorn stuff. And then this is great. Even even Ravner is back to being cool again, kind of.
So Ravner's cool when he's not the main character, is what you're saying.
Yes, because I just don't think I love Dan Abnett to death, but writing psychic battles is just it's not a strong suit of his. It's awful. But would recommend. I mean, I can't recommend this whole franchise enough. The Eisenhorn stuff is just fantastic. Great writing.
All right, Marvel got another Sisters book on the way.
The last one, which means it's going to be out in graphic novel form soon. It's good for me. I
Get
could
the
finally pick it up.
omnibus.
Yeah.
Got that. Warhammer Plus. It doesn't look like really anything interesting coming out of here.
Yeah, nothing new.
Unless you want to know how to paint some camo cloaks.
Some camo cloaks. Perfect.
But that is that. On to the next thing we got here. We got the new Eldar Codex. Is enormous, as they claim, which pretty much everyone called on the internet that Corsairs, Harlequins, and then Ynnari were all going to be shoved into the Eldari Codex. Now that it's not called Craftworld Eldar. And I kind of like it because now I don't have to buy. Well, technically, I don't have to buy an extra book for my Harlequin army, but it's good to have everything just in one book, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of feel for people who are going to play Ynnari and Harlequins are probably Eldar players anyway. I mean, I'm not going to say everyone is, but I'm sure there's a correlation there. Like when I played Harlequins, I also played Eldar for that bit.
I'm
So I
sure.
think it makes sense.
I mean, if you play any Eldar army, you're probably playing every Eldar army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're always gonna have Harlequins. You're always gonna have. I mean, and Ynnari is pretty much everything. So there's that. And of course, the big news is Corsairs are coming.
Yes.
Or maybe, I don't know. It says
Pirate
Corsairs are in here,
Ninja elves, bro.
yeah. But this book is coming. I don't think they gave a release date on when this is coming. But it's clocking in at 200 pages, which is a lot.
It's probably going to be February, honestly, just because usually. So I was chatting with Will, and he was saying that because of the supply issues going on, GW is hesitant to announce something unless it's imminent. Just because you don't want to keep people blue balled that and it's going to get delayed for a long time. Like they learned their lesson with last year, but like Tau and Gene Stealer's Custodes. So I kind of feel that this, based on that information, I could feel that this is going to come out this month.
I agree. I think it will come out this month. Probably the week after pre-orders for the 2-player box set comes out would be my guess.
Some around in there. I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
So we got that going for us.
Very excited about that.
I'm just hoping.
They announced the next codex after Eldar.
But I mean, you would assume it'd be Chaos, right?
I know.
You would assume, but I mean, Tyranids are up there too.
True.
But
and they're in the photo, right?
Yep, it's gonna be Tyranids.
It's just a famous fight. That's all.
Oh, so cool. That's a great photo.
It is. Too bad it's not a Wraith Guards.
Can't kill Wraith Guards, bro. Come on.
True. But there we go. We got that. Exciting news. So it's funny that you mentioned that they wouldn't be announcing stuff unless it's imminent because they gave us another roadmap for books.
Yes.
So we got the Deepkin, the Fire Dwarves coming out, well, obviously, sometime soon. And then they announced Nighthaunt and Daughters of Cain.
Armies that Matt plays.
I know, both of those armies. So, I mean, they didn't give us specific days or months, but they gave us seasons on when we can expect everything.
Ooh.
So I guess that's that's something they're learning from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't want that AdMech Tau situation. So I'm excited because those are the two armies that I play. I'm happy to get it. But do you want to, John, since you know more AOS than both of us combined, what do you think the Order and Chaos army is going to be?
Please make Chaos Dwarves. Please have new models.
Let's go.
Although to make it a 40k thing, be demons. That would be cool if it was demons. Then tie it with 40k.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor engine wise, probably Beastmen are a good contender because we had that Jabber Slythe rumor engine a while back. So maybe it's that. But for Orator, I don't know. Dark Elves, that'd be
Dark
great.
Elves, let's go.
New army. Whatever it is, I hope it's a new army
Uh-huh.
and not just another. I mean, what's left for Order? Cities of Sigmar, Sylvaneth. I mean, they just got theirs not that long ago. At least
Humans.
Sylvaneth. So I hope it's a new army. For Chaos, I mean, if it's just demons, that's fine. Hopefully, it comes with a new model. Hopefully, we get new bloodletters. That'd be great. But
Well, let's hope, right?
yeah,
Tie it in with Angron, who's coming out the end of the year. Promise, guys. TM.
whatever it is, I hope it. I hope all these armies will smash dragons because right now the AOS meta is kind of dominated by dragons.
Yeah, that was funny when we were at the LVO. I wasn't personally there, but one of our friends says someone was complaining about dragons to them, about how
Yeah,
dragons are just dominating AOS right now.
yeah. They didn't dominate the top 8, but I think that's just because most of the really good players were teching against them
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
because and they were like I think like over half of the lists out there had a dragon.
Of
Either
course.
the Stormcast dragon or the one of their cavalry, dragon cavalry is was super OP. So there's that.
Nice
Yeah.
feel good moment. Highly balanced.
Highly
It's I don't know. I don't play AOS, so don't take my word for anything on this. But I don't think it's that badly designed over on AOS compared to 40k. 40k, you find that meta, and 90% of the time it's stomping, even in a
Yeah.
bad player's hand.
Yeah, just I mean, uh LVO got a little bit of a shakeup this year with the old custodes.
Yes,
Little last minute custodes enema going right up everybody's
for
ass.
real.
But yeah, but that is it. I'm kind of shocked to see that they're only gonna do 2 codexes or tomes a season, but I guess in AOS you don't really need too many updates compared to like 40k when like they do different editions kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
AOS is just lacking right now with the new edition and the army books. I think we have 3 battle tomes out right now
Yeah,
for
it's
the new
bad.
edition, which is really not a lot.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
Well, I
It's
guess
it's very
4
much like ninth edition when it first came out,
yeah.
right?
If you count Vampires, which came out right before ninth, that's still just 4 battle tomes, which is less than half.
I know, and it's been when did 3.0 come out? A year ago?
June, yeah, almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago. Yeah, it's looking like ninth edition all over again. Ninth
Yeah.
edition launch. But at least there's confirmation that more books are coming, at least.
Yes, that's a good sign.
Just don't know when. But moving on to New Model Monday. We got my army. Easterlings just seem to keep getting more and more models, and you know what? I like it
Yeah.
because these guys were always badass. It's not too much to say other than I like it. I love
I
it.
love their plastic, which is always the hope for anything. Lord of the Rings.
Well, you don't want the pewter models?
No.
Why not?
World Resident even worse.
Come on, old metal. That's nice.
Catching
Very
lead
sturdy.
poisoning.
Maybe a little lead poisoning's never killed anyone.
Gosh.
But yep, here we are. Got new models. I like them. I don't know if they're gonna be good or not. Probably, but here we are. Lord of the Rings. Enjoy. You got more stuff to play with. But now that that's done, let us jump into the LVO drops, shall we? And we're just gonna go in order how they did it. And it's gonna start off with 40k, which the first thing they got was the Avatar, which was already leaked way before LVO, and GW's like, fine, we're gonna release it a day or the day of the leaks. So now it's out there because we can't hide it anyways.
The
And
worst kept secret ever.
it was pretty bad. It was all over the place. So, John, what do you think?
The leak was actually a bummer because I think part of the big oomph for the reveal was the avatar. So yeah, that kind of sucked. But I mean, I think it's a great model. It's funny though because I was talking to my friends, and some of us started 40k, in 8th edition, and some of us started in like fourth edition, and all us old people were like, we're discussing which head we'd want, and I'm like, oh, obviously the classic head because that's the best. And all the new guys are like, no, that one sucks. Okay, explain why that's good. I'm like, you know what? I can't explain why I like it other than like that's the head he has.
It's tradition.
Just how it is. I mean, I'm not saying the other heads are bad. It's just that this just kind of that's the avatar.
Yeah,
So I mean, the nostalgia goggles are real, but it just feels wrong if I own this model to not have the classic head,
the
Yeah.
top knot.
the top nut.
The top knot's so fucking weird. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but the classic head's the best head.
Yeah, I would agree, but I'm biased, so.
I
But
mean,
it's
the
also
Spartan,
nice.
yeah, Spartan head's cool.
Not too stupid.
I don't know, just the exposed head is so strange. I'm just like I never assumed he was wearing an actual helmet. I mean, he's like a giant lava monster.
Just part of him.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like it's like all just a big amalgamation. But fuck shows what I know.
Well, now you got your customization. And speaking customization, you got the axe and the spear and the sword.
Ooh, baby.
Cool. That's a great addition. I don't think, I mean, if the leak rules were real, which I think they are, there's no difference in weapon options, which I think is good because
There is none, no.
then you don't have to stress about which weapon's the best.
You
Uh,
do for the cool factor, though. Come on.
That's true.
Yeah. Forget horoscopes. Which weapon are you gonna put on your avatar king?
Mine will be the beer bottle.
Ah, yes.
A broken
Classic.
beer bottle. That's his wailing doom.
So we only do.
I was actually surprised because since we went to LVO, they had a model out there on display, and I was surprised to see how small it actually was. I thought it'd be I didn't expect it to be big, like super huge, like a Titan size. But I expected it to be a little bit taller.
Yeah. It was definitely shorter than I expected.
I think when I get to the slideshow, it's in the slideshow. But yeah, I think it's just smaller than a Riptide. I think, just a little bit,
yeah.
not by much.
I think it's a good amount smaller than a Riptide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got that, which unfortunately, I agree with John. The leaks really ruined the big oomph of this reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But we also got something that wasn't leaked. We got good old Phoenix Lord Mugen Ra, who's just an edgier Death Jester. Was the first thing that came to my head when I saw this model.
You didn't think of Darksiders 1 and 2 when you saw this?
If I played it, probably. But yeah, it's a cool model. I won't deny it. It's compared to his old one, which was just like a stocky Space Marine. This is definitely an improvement. And of course, he's got his little Eldar rock that he needs to stand on, as all characters need to stand on.
I like him. If I played Eldar, I would pick him up because I like Dark Reapers. But oh my gosh, the edgelordness is real in this model.
Oh yeah.
I think the hood just pushed it into like, okay.
Flying in the breeze.
Hmm.
I
He's
like it. I like it because it's so edgy like that.
he's badass. He's straight out. He's like a mall ninja, you know. Fucking teleport for you. Teleport behind you. Nothing personal.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Just bought that backpack at Hot Topic.
But yeah, I like the model. I like the model. I hope the other Phoenix Lords. I hope to God the other Phoenix Lords are getting makeup as well.
They will just not soon, but they will.
No. It has to be now. They have to get it now.
Now, give me Fuegan now.
All right.
Give me
If Commanders
Miranda
ain't
now.
updated, I ain't buying no Codex. But
Who
yeah,
buys codexes anymore, bro?
true. Especially this one that's gonna be like $80.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool model. It was also part of the bigger reveal. Shining Spears. I think I pretty much called it that this is just gonna be a upgrade kit with the bikes, and we've technically already saw these back when they leaked the data sheets for these.
These are awesome,
They're so badass looking. I love them.
and they're probably going to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still really good. So
Feel great about the conversions I already have done. Gonna have to just replace those.
Or get more.
Yeah, true.
yeah, we got that. So obviously, that wasn't too much of a surprise, and that is it for the 40K preview. I'm gonna say this: I was very disappointed. Probably
What?
because you know, I saw all the leaks, so the only surprise was Mugen Raw. And I was hoping they were gonna release a little bit more, you know, like a little teaser for some chaos or some Tyranids or anything. We didn't get anything.
Yeah. I think that if there was no like new model Monday, this would be a bananas amazing reveal.
Yeah.
But the drip feed of like, you know, a lot of the stuff that, kind of kills some of the excitement, and the leaks definitely kills the excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just impossible to keep anything hidden for so long, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
Everyone wants to be the leaker. Everyone wants to be that reliable guy. So everything's gonna get spilled out regardless.
Yeah.
The fact that
Only a matter
Mugen
of
Raw
time.
made it unscathed, I'm a little surprised. But I look forward to seeing what more revamps we get. I hope we get more, but we'll have to wait and see.
Bring it on. More the merrier.
Moving on to the next thing, which me and John didn't call, I don't think, right? Did we say 2-player box set?
Yes. We said 2-player box set with one special character, but we were wrong because they got a unit.
But yeah, we were wrong. So 2-player box set. We got Nighthaunt versus Artist of Cain, which they're the next tomes to come.
Mm-hmm.
We got some for our Nighthaunt special character. We got some guy writing in a book, writing all
That's really cool.
writing all the sins or something like that.
Nurgle would be proud.
This is a very tall model.
Yeah.
I was like, how am I gonna fit that in my case? And I hope to God it's not too spindly.
I mean, he's looking pretty spindly, my man.
I know that's what I hate. I can't remember the name because it's been a while since I played AoS. The Nighthaunt with the lantern. I one of his weapons just keeps snapping off because it was so poorly designed. It had nothing to do with like my gluing or anything. It's just so flimsy.
Sure,
And I shudder at this. I'm sure it'll be good, but I hope it's not too spindly. But we got that, and then Nighthaunt got a new unit. They got range units, so I guess this makes them the new Tomb Kings.
Ooh.
Because this is the only undead army that I know of that has range. That's not Tomb Kings.
Artillery. Yep.
So
Cool model.
Not gonna lie, happy we got new models, new units. Wasn't really too impressed, but maybe because I'm not that big of an AoS guy.
Which is fair. I mean, it's crossbow ghost, which is cool. It's something the army lacks, but I think it's the fact that they're getting a unit is kind of cool. And it's something that the army, it's not redundant because sometimes AoS they just release like another, like for example, like for the Deepkin box with a character, they released a character that buffs thralls, but we already have a character that does that, so it's kind of redundant. So I think it's cool that they're releasing a unit that does something that the army doesn't do, unlike the other character for Daughters of Cain.
True. Yeah. Speaking of Daughters of Cain, we got this mess of a character. Look at that. Look at that spindly bits.
I usually really like everything they reveal. I can find a way to like new stuff that they reveal. This model sucks. This is so bad. This is like a sergeant for war. Like if this is a war cry leader for a war band, like this is the unit leader, it'd be awesome. It's a great model. But is that character for a two-player for a box set? Like what the hell? This is so lame. It's not a bad model per se. It's just it's and again it's the lead character in a two-player box. This is so lame for that. So generic. Looks like a sergeant.
A witch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like if I put this in my witch squad, no one would care, and that's not. Yeah, that's not good design for what it is. I mean, in my opinion.
You'd have to get it off the rock before people wouldn't care.
Oh my gosh.
Because as a character, you must have the rock.
Yeah, odd.
Yeah, I didn't.
Jokes on usage as a slaughter all are all on rocks.
True. That's actually true. But yeah, I wasn't too hyped for the box or anything really in it, because as someone who plays both these armies, I already have all this, except maybe the witches. I don't have any witches, but that's only because I only use snakes. But
And snakes are cool. You know, the last character was a snake character. That was nice.
it was.
Hey, even then, that was already pushing the genericness. But this one is just like so bad.
Oh, that's a problem when you don't have a lot of unit variety
Right.
in your army. But score 1 point for John and I, because we got one right, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, a point and a half. We didn't call the new unit.
Yes.
But we also said they were going to show a release, a Codex release, which they also didn't do.
Which they didn't. Yep.
Failures.
I mean, I guess implicitly they did announce because usually if there's a two-player box, that means the Codex or Army Book is coming out, which makes the reveals from today not as exciting because like of course it's gonna be Deepkin, Fire Dwarves, Daughters of Cain, and Nighthaunt because they're getting new models.
They're getting a 2-player box set.
Yep.
Yeah, it's again another disappointing reveal. Really, I don't really remember anyone being too hype about this, but one that got the crowd going a little bit at LVO. I don't know how it was on Twitch, but 30K Kabanda, the biggest demon prince or bloodthirster ever that Forge World's ever making.
Baby.
No, it's the largest special character they're making.
Special character.
Yeah, because I think the Forge World Bloodthirster is still bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gonna be the largest of their Forge World character series. So this model is probably gonna be like $200.
You think that's only gonna be $200?
You wish it was 200
You're right.
bucks.
300. There you go.
Yeah. I was like,
well, this is more of your territory because it's a 30K model.
I'll ask Travis after too, because it's a corn model. I really like this model. This model is pushing me to play demons in 30K. It's a character who in art to me looks kind of whatever, but I think the model really sells how much of a badass he is. I mean, it's a chain axe, right? It's like a chain axe, not really chain axe, because he's a demon, right?
Mm-hmm.
the armor I really like. I will say though, the wings are kind of lame. They're very devoid of detail, especially as for like a $200-300 model. Like the fact that if you look at the holes, they look like hole punch holes. And it's like, come on, guys, like this is a
Yeah.
really expensive model. Why? I mean, he's resin, but just proves that plastic is the way to go. Which is just more for the John's dissertation as to why plastic models are better. I'm just gonna put a picture of the wings.
Oh.
Um, I mean, it's exciting. It's cool. The 30K community is kind of divided about him because a lot of people are like, it's just another demon. It's this guy could conceivably be in 40K in AOS, and this guy was an end times. He gets clapped by Sigmar in like 5 seconds. Um, and because of that, it's like, oh, it's not a unique 30K thing. That's not cool. But I mean, I like it. He's in the novels. He has lines. It's a named character. He's going to be in Siege of Terra. It's a cool centerpiece for your Corn Demon army. I'm happy with it. I do wish there was more. I mean, overall, it was a disappointing announcement because if it's just this, like, come on, like, show us other things, right? And I,
Well,
I I do feel too that like it is kind of also a 40K and AOS model, which makes it less unique to 30K.
there was something else they did. They got the new name change.
Yes, the logo change.
I don't know if I can find it on the website.
Um,
I don't
but
think
yeah,
so.
Travis, what do you think of this model as a corn model?
I mean, he's beautiful, right? He is gorgeous. His wings are, like you said, exactly. I don't know. They look like painted baloney. Like like it's why I
Yeah.
don't know. The wings are kind of terrible. Everything else about him is gorgeous. But the minute I don't know, when we were sitting in here watching the preview, Matt was telling me that he's like, oh, maybe it'll be the plastic starter box, right? For 30K.
That's what everyone wanted.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's plausible. And then this came out, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Is this gonna be in plastic? And they're like, yeah, it's resin. And I was like, I don't fucking want to buy this crap, dude. I was like, fuck that shit. I was like, this thing is gonna fall apart. I walked past so many greater demons and tyrannid titans this last weekend that were just falling apart because they're
Oh,
made out of resin. And I'm just like, why? Why would I pay that much money for that? It's crazy. It's a beautiful, beautiful model. And if you're like a collector, buy the hell out of it. But like for playing, like and taking to tournaments, no fucking way.
yeah, right. And in most 30K events, also travel events. So
Yeah.
good luck to the people trying to take this guy around.
Yeah. But it is amazing. And if Angron when he comes out, if he's this big, I won't complain.
See, my tinfoil hat is this was gonna be an Angron model for
Mm.
30K resin. And again, Games Workshop was like, nah, dude, 4-year-old, you could like fuck off. We're gonna make a plastic one. Because the chain axe is very that's like demons don't use chain axes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got elements of all three, the armor.
Right, right.
You know,
Yep.
his armor reminds me a lot of some like Sigmarite armor,
Hmm.
the real smooth surfaces.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I mean, yeah, he's fucking gorgeous. So
Yeah. Well, I know the 30K box set was what everyone was very hyped for. So they got a cool
so
model out of it, but not what people really wanted.
yeah.
So John would have a better grasp on the 30K community than we would.
Yeah, I mean, it's the people who like this really like it, and the people who want more are very angry, like really angry. Which I get because you drip feed something for so long, and this is kind of a non-announcement in a way because it doesn't say anything about the feature of the game. It's a character that we already have rules for. We've had rules for 3 years now. So I could definitely see why that's not as exciting as it can be if it was something completely new.
Wait, he already has rules out?
Oh hell yeah, he already has rules out.
Oh, fucking what a joke. Oh my god. That's so funny.
That's a lot of 30K though, and they have a lot of or used to have a lot of models out there with no, or yeah, with rules but no models.
Yep, like this guy.
So funny, dude.
So funny. It's also funny because of how 7th edition works, like, because he's a monstrous creature, so his weapons are just close combat weapons. It's like,
God.
they can't even give him, like, some special re-roll the wound thing. No, it's just a close combat.
Oh God.
Yep, and then the big reveal was that it's being called the Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, or something like that, or Horus Heresy, the Warhammer game. I don't remember.
Yeah, Warhammer the Horus Heresy. Now, I will say to our listeners, this does not mean that Horus Heresy is going to be in the same playing field as 40k or AoS. Like, people who are saying that, like, no, that's not going to happen. Kill Team is called Warhammer. I mean, what else? Underworlds is called Warhammer, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to be the main thing, right? It's just going to, I mean, this, if there's any indication of a new edition, this is it. Usually, when there's a when there's a rebranding, a new edition happens. The first time the AoS logo changed, that was a big deal, and because it followed a second edition a few years ago, when 40k could turn into 9th, there was that semi-controversial logo change right before 9th edition dropped. So this, to me, as a 30k player, just thirsting for news, I think this is some kind of confirmation that we're gonna see something happen to the game as a whole in the near future. Hopefully in the next year. Probably the next year.
Well,
This year.
we'll have to wait and see, because that elusive 2-player box set is still on the horizon somewhere.
Yes, it is.
Lost in the warp, baby.
But yes, so that is that. Then we got the Eldari Corsair. I say Corsair because they only showed one model. It's a cool looking model. It's nice, it's beautiful, as I expect from most kill team. But yeah, they only showed us one model, which was a bit disappointing.
Huge reveal.
Like we didn't even get a 2-player box set out of this. They're just
This
like,
is the biggest case of blue balls I've ever had for a model reveal.
they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, here you go. Here's one model. It's gonna come in a pack of 10.
They're all fucking monopose. I hope you
Interestingly,
all die.
interestingly, when this apparently some of the internet people found out that the URL for this page was 2-player box Chaos and Eldar kill team. I'm like, ooh, and then they changed the URL. But there's some screenshots on the kill team Reddit if you guys wanna, for our listeners, wanna dig for that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's gonna be a 2-player box with Eldar and Chaos. Although thinking about the Chaos team, if it's not chosen, it's probably gonna be like Renegade Guardsman, which is cool for people who care about Renegade Guardsmen. Not me. I'm sure a lot of people do.
Ugh, it's so sad. All those monopose models for armies that require upwards of 100 troops.
That's true. Like the Kriegers, right? They're super cool for kill team. They're lots of options. These cool poses. But then if you want to actually play Deathcore and use them as just last gun holding infantry, it's like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yep. But again, another very disappointing. Which, now that you mentioned that, the fact that they do New Model Monday probably kills the hype for this event. I guess it makes sense. But
Right,
I think it's just GW being scared. In my opinion, I think they should have just showed us a lot of things, especially like that. I don't remember that New Year's preview, Christmas preview. I think they should have showed us everything in that preview.
Yeah. They're definitely being cautious with what's been going on.
People stop buying our minis like crazy rabid monsters. That'll never happen.
It's true, but I mean, got that 3D printer coming out.
Yeah.
But again, disappointment, unfortunately, for the kill team. And speaking of the last disappointment, we got Necromunda.
Oh, and was it a disappointment?
Okay. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Ash Waste Gangers are dope. And
What Ashways gangers?
here's the thing. They had artwork of these guys a while ago that's super pimp. Let me see if I can find them. Ash Waste Necromunda.
Just
Like
watch the
if
video.
they
It's only
just
artwork.
copy pasted this artwork, it would be hype. But no, what the hell? Like, why didn't you show these guys?
This isn't even an announcement. This is a nothing. This is
Like,
literally nothing.
like I put it on the Discord. Like, if they showed this, that would be so cool. But it's like, here's a freaking
Oh,
trailer that shows us nothing. You know,
yeah, these are sick.
right? They're sick, and they showed this before. This was from a few years ago from one of the
Madness.
seminars, and it's like just copy paste the thing. It would have been so hype.
Yeah, this single image is better than that entire video.
Yes, thank you, Travis. Absolutely right. Because there's something, there's something indicating Ash Waste nomads other than the words Ash Waste nomads.
Yeah, I agree. But the only thing they wanted to show off here is that vehicles are coming to Necromunda, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work considering I don't know how it's gonna work.
I mean, it makes sense. It's starting off like a small skirmish game, and now it's expanding out to bigger stuff. So you gotta.
Necromunda Strike Force.
It's gonna go down a slippery slope. They need to watch out. But that's pretty much all they want to do with it.
By definition, Titanic is a skirmish game, so
True.
it's like 6 models aside.
But I mean, Titanic is just dealing with Titans, so
Yeah,
it's
this is
completely different.
I mean, the thing with this and the Corsair, like, part of me is happy that okay, we know something's coming. Like, this is something to look forward to. But it's also like, can you just show us more than the name? Like, or one model? Show us 5 models, even if it's half a kill team, it's like 5 models.
I mean, they did show off models. They did show off the Ash Gangers because just like the picture that you just posted, they were just black lines moving across, going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I
the
saw
sound
some of
effect.
these in there.
If you pause, you can really get in there,
Yeah.
really see them.
But yeah, it was pretty bad. But we can talk about the LVO. I'm gonna just put up a slideshow of all the minis and armies that I saw and took pictures of. But since you were at the since you watched it online, how was it over there? How much filler did you have to go through?
Oh my gosh, it was kind of bad. The filler was really bad. Like they they would play, they would talk about a model. Or no, they would put the model on the stream and then talk about the model for like 2 minutes and then talk about random stuff for like the rest of the however long the model's on screen, and it was just painful. It's like no one cares if Jimmy from Germany is saying hi in the chat. Like, I don't care. Games Workshop, just talk about the models. And like our buddy Donnie was saying how like it would be cool if they got the designers to talk about the model, like, oh, like the Corsair, his eye is actually like a cybernetic thing that does this in the lore. Okay, that's kind of cool, but like, of course, like them saying it's cool because it's cool, it's kind of useless. Because of course they're if you like it, you're gonna think it's cool. So talk about the design or talk about the lore behind it or talk about whatever, like, why is the avatar have no helmet? Like, is there a lore reason? Maybe like some of the craft worlds don't like helmets. I don't know, tell me something. So that it was kind of painful watching it. I mean, it was kind of fun because we were talking smack about it, but like just the presentation itself was gosh, that was very painful.
Yeah, doing the in-person one, I mean, they had like some kind of trivia where if you were in the top 3, you got to win prizes. We did that for like 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then
That's cool.
we had the
It was-
opposite problem of
It was
yours.
all memes, dude. It was all fucking Lorgar memes.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
what?
was the trivia was about Primarchs. And
Uh-huh.
I guess whoever made this just really hated Logar because it was just shitting on Logar the entire time.
And Sanguinius.
And
Both of them.
Sanguinius.
Low hanging fruit.
Wow,
Yeah.
you guys gonna hate.
But yeah, the live event after that, I think we started like at 9 o'clock. It was supposed to start at 8:30, but we didn't get in till later. They didn't really hype anything up or anything. They just like, all right, guys, here's all this Eldar stuff. And no, the Avatar's not the only Eldar thing you're gonna see today. And then they just played the video, and they're like, yeah, that was cool, right, guys? Okay, yeah, here's AoS.
Gosh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
It is nice, but I like a little build up. I don't
A little
want
showmanship.
yeah, a little showmanship. I don't want what you had to watch on Twitch kind of deal.
Right, you want the in between, like talk about something cool.
Yeah,
Got it.
I want them to be, yeah, wasn't that fucking cool, guys? Yeah, let's hear it. Give me a wall or something cringe. And then, they were, all right, let's go look at the next thing. It was just like, yeah, that was cool, right, guys? All right, next video.
Oh man.
And I like the fact that they're like, hey guys, yeah, don't take pictures of anything because then GW isn't gonna let us post stuff anymore or host these events anymore. And it's just like, I'm like, these are gonna be live in an hour. Why does it matter if we post this or not?
Because they trust us.
They trust us. That's what they said.
That's true.
But also, there was nothing worth filming, so they had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's accurate. But yeah, it was nice because it was fast, and we just did like a 5-hour car ride up there, so I didn't want to stay there too long. But in terms of LVO, so let's get your experience, Travis. How was day one for you?
Oh, day one. Day one was
just a quick thing for everyone here.
Oh yes.
Me and Travis, we only did the 40K first and second day. We didn't do anything else.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I played a pickup game the third day, but no doubles, no RTT or anything like that. Yeah. But brought my corn list, my Iron Warriors,
The two
Lords
Lord
of
Skulls.
Yep. Oh yeah, baby. With the a couple of little tidbits, some bikes, some berserkers, and other fun stuff. And round one got paired up into my favorite matchup of all time, Grey Knights. It was great, awesome, super super good. Doesn't destroy me at all. Got tabled pretty hard. Lost a whole Lord of Skulls turn one. But yeah, so that was a pretty rough game. But the my opponent was really cool. I believe his name was Evan Stump. He ended up finishing 66th overall, so felt a little bit less bad about getting my ass kicked so hard. And then yeah, game two into so his Grey Knights were 5 Nemesis Dread Knights, 2 Masters, 3 regular, and then a bunch of other craziness with a Librarian Bomb. Game two was way different. I got paired into Grey Knights with 5 Nemesis Dread Knights, 2 Grandmasters, and a Librarian Bomb. So that was a nice mix-up, change of pace. And also got tabled. But again, my opponent was super nice guy, very fun times. Yeah. And game 3 into orcs. So actually got to fight something different.
Did he have looted Nemesis Dread Knights?
No, yeah, double kill rigs, a bunch of Squig Hog boys, and the nearly unkillable beast boss on Squigosaur, and a whole bunch of stuff. But basically, he just kind of drowned me in bodies, and he had me from the get go. But that's fine, no worries. It was cool. Guy was it wasn't the best opponent. kind of a prick, but you get one sometimes.
Right.
Can't let that ruin the whole event for you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, got my shit kicked in day one. That's for sure.
That's okay. That was a running theme with our group, except for one player.
Yeah, yeah.
We all got our ass kicked, My game was against Custodes, game 1.
That's okay. Those are bad. That's what the internet says.
They're bad. That's what the internet says.
No damage 3 useless.
They're bad for my life.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I went against. I don't think I didn't go against like a meta. Custodes, going from what I've been told by my friends, what the meta is for the Custodes. This was someone else. He ran the one with the reroll charges and
Red
something
host.
like that. It was more like a focused melee army kind of deal. I would have won that game, but I got a little cocky. I was like, you know what? He had deep strike terminators into the center of the board. I shot him. I killed like 1 or 2. I can't remember. And I was like, you know what? My 10 terminators can slap your 4 or 5 terminators. So I charged in. And yeah, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. Because it turned out I got my ass clapped.
Oh man.
And it fortunately lost me the game. I'm going to say this. I came into this game very unprepared. You know, I had like 5-6 games of Thousand Suns under my belt, and I didn't really read all my rules too closely. So, you know, I kind of cheated myself a little bit on a few things. But yeah, first game, if I never charged those Terminators, I would have won. But such is life. You make those mistakes when you're not prepared. Game 2, I went against Necrons. They had a Silent King, a bunch of the spider guys with the big heavy guns. I don't remember. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, Doomstalkers.
Is that what they are?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Big
The
tall
tall-
ones?
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no. The little ones.
What are they? Locusts?
Yeah, that
Focus.
sounds about right.
Oh, the Destroyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like 3 squads of 5 of them, and he just shot me off the table. Couldn't really do too much. I'd get in 1 round of combat, then next round, the other 3 units would just fire right into them, blow them off the table. It's like, ouch. Couldn't do anything. So unfortunately, I got blasted off the table. I didn't get wiped. He showed me mercy. He let 1 Terminator live, as I was teleporting my Terminator across the board over and over again, trying to hide him away. But yeah, I didn't make it out of that game at all. And then my third game, I think I went against was probably my worst matchup of that day, which is funny, which was IG. Now you're thinking, how could you lose to IG? He had Manticores, and he went first, and he was rolling so goddamn hot. He was rolling 10s, 11s, and 12s for all his missiles. He
On
had
D6s.
Yeah, he had 2 Manticores, so he was just like, Terminator Squad. All right, I wounded 8 times. Roll my saves, fail like almost all of them.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
God.
And I was made aware that I should have used a stratagem to reduce the damage by 1. So my mistake. And so yeah, I didn't get anywhere in that game. I killed like 2 or 3 vehicles. I killed 2 vehicles. I could have changed the game if I had made a charge, which is the famous saying of everyone who loses. Game could have changed if I made it this. So yeah, it didn't go well. I pretty much the first 3 games I got tabled every game. Unlucky for me.
Feel your pain, bro.
I know. It was sad. So I had to go hang out with the boys, watch them drown their sorrows in beers as I watched there, and become the designated driver.
The sadness, the day 1 sadness.
Day 1 sadness. But day 2 is where it changes for 2 of us.
It's true.
Why don't you
Very
start
true.
off, Travis?
So day 2, after getting actual amounts of sleep instead of day 1.
Oh yeah, we stayed up to like 3:30. Well, he stayed up to 3:30. I stayed up to 2:30, working on our armies.
Yeah, man. Procrastination is king.
Yes.
Um, first matchup was against a what is it? Forces of the Hive Mind. So mixed NIDS and GSC.
Was it Brother Stampede?
No. So luckily, if there's GC in the list, they can't do Pressure
Mhm.
Stampede. Thank goodness. Glad I didn't have to deal with that shit. But 6 Hive Guard, Leviathan shooting twice, all that awesome fun stuff. Swarm Lord. Uh, he had a what's it called? Malceptor, the big psychic bug, the huge one, with the brain sticking out of its back, and then he had the one that gives the -1 aura to hit. And I can't remember any of the names for these. And then basically that, and just a bunch of little GSC squads, and 3 big blobs of various gaunts, the 2 shooting and 1 melee. And he got first, managed to, or no, excuse me, I got first, managed to pick up everything in line of sight with the Lords of Skulls, and boxed him into his deployment zone, and it was really downhill for him there from there. Picked up basically everything by the bottom of turn 3, I think. But score wise was a really tight game because he has so many fucking troops that he can wave after wave of Gene Stealer cults on objectives, taking them from me. So it was close, but I ended up pulling out the win. That was good. Game 2 was against, oh god, what was game 2 against? It was against how am I spacing on this?
Was it Sisters or is that the last
S-
game?
No, that was Sisters, you're right. Last game was yeah. So Sisters next, really cool opponent. Also the first my Tyranid opponent, very nice guy, super awesome dude. You know, just goes to show you can't let the one bad seed ruin your whole tournament for you. Everybody else is usually cool. But Sisters, that was a really tight game. Also came down to I think a difference of like 8 points or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bottom of 5. We both had stuff left. It basically came down to a single roll of whether or not Celestine got back up. And he was out of CP and he was out of Miracle Dice, and she just couldn't. He rolled a 1, and that was it. So managed to pull that out as well. But that was my favorite game of the entire tournament. So close, so fun, and it was amazing. Sisters were crazy. And then last game was Knights, and unfortunately for my opponent, I rolled very hot, and he rolled so badly. Oh man, he couldn't make a save to save his life. It was terrible. I got first turn, didn't kill a knight, and then he got he went, didn't kill Lord of Skulls, and then I proceeded to table him in a turn and a half. But he was also very nice. He was really cool about it. Game 6, he was wasn't salty or anything. Very good sport. We hung out for a bit afterwards, and yeah, that was the end of it. Managed to turn it from an 0-3 to a 3-3, so I was pretty happy.
Yep, and my luck started to change as well. I didn't mention it in my thing. All the games I had were very good opponents, very nice people. I didn't have any bad apples.
It's good. Glad for you.
That the last time I went to LVO, I had one bad apple, but this year was good because what happened this year is I didn't have to fight 4 Death Guard players in a row, and that was, it was beautiful. I didn't even have to fight a Death Guard player. Made my life so much better. But game 4 for me, I was against a Knights with some what are those IG people called? The special one, the special elites.
Tempestus Scions.
Tempestus Scions, thank you. Yeah, Tempestus Scions. And I was really worried about this game because the one thing that my army always struggles against is vehicles. And the fact that I had to fight against 3 Titans, I was like, oh my god. I'm gonna kill 1, maybe 2, but I don't think I can kill a 3rd one. And the start of that game, I went second, thank God, because I actually really needed it. Because I don't know if you know this, John, but in this tournament, probably in all the tournaments, but this is like the biggest one I've been to so far. You do player place terrain now.
Right about that.
Yeah. So you can maximize the terrain into your favor a lot more than if it was preset kind of deal.
Mhm.
So I was able to hide a lot more of my stuff than probably if it was a preset thing. So first turn, unfortunately, my opponent couldn't really do too much. He killed a poor Contemptor Dread, such as my Contemptor Dreads. They never make it out. God damn it. But I target one. I focus down one knight, get him down to like 4 wounds. My psychic phase that entire game was so bad that I was gonna throw my dice away because I couldn't believe how terrible my psychic phase was.
Oh no.
In that game alone, I perils 4 times.
Ow.
4 times I perils. I rolled 2 snake eyes and 2 double sixes. What did I do? What did I do with my super smites? I rolled 1s. Command reroll. I roll a 1. God. I couldn't kill a knight. I couldn't kill a knight turn 1 because my psychic phase and my charging, I failed everything. I was like, well, this isn't gonna go too well. But brevity of the story, I managed to wipe him. It was a very good game. My opponent, unfortunately, was having a really, really bad time because he had got tripped the day before and broke his knights. So he was frantically up late last night, repairing all of them, and yeah, he just wasn't having a good time. So he dropped right after that game, but cool guy. And I got my first win of the day right there. I was so happy. It was a close game too. Actually, I almost lost. It was 87 to 82.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how close the game was. And then for my second opponent, I fought Salamanders, which was a surprise. I didn't think I was gonna fight Salamanders. I thought I would be fighting like Black Templars, if anything, since they're the hot chapter. But yeah, I went against Salamanders again. Nice guy, cool guy. He had the Phobos army or Phobos Marines.
Oh.
Interesting.
The Phobos are the ones who deny 12 inches, right? When you try to
Mhm.
deep strike in.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So he had those. And he went first. I didn't get to go first in any of these games on day 2. He tried to deny me so I wouldn't sneak up in the back corners, but he had moved everyone up. But he tried to do the little conga line, and unfortunately he left just enough space in both corners for my Terminators to come in from behind. And yeah, he didn't have a good time after that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, because it was just like, well, here come all my bolters, and yep, I wiped everything. Cool guy though. He was nice. We made a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors on both our parts. I think that game came out to like 80 to 60. So he put up a hell of a fight. But then unfortunately that's where my luck runs out. Oh, in that game I perilled 6 times. I rolled,
Oh no.
and all my perils were double 1s. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is just not my day for Psychic. I don't know why I play a Psychic army.
Well, Eldar, right? Also a psychic army.
Yeah, but I never really ran Psychers in that army. I maybe ran like 1 Farseer back in the day, and back in the 7th edition. But that was about it. But my last game was a duplicate, so I actually got to fight another Necron army. And his was different from the first one. His was more close combat centric. And again, me being cocky, because I just came off of 2 wins. I'm like, I can do this. I can take him. If you see it on the slideshow, it's the black and blue Necron army that I fought against.
I see.
Yeah, so he had a Silent King. He had a bunch of 5-man wraiths. The blade. The blade spiders guys. I don't remember what they're called.
Scorpex.
Scorpex. Thank you. And that was pretty much it. He had the jet bikes too, but he said that was more for like the Tyrannid Stampede thing.
Mm.
But yeah, so he had those, and I did okay. The thing was that he was just able to kick me off my objectives. So seeing how the last mission was 23, where you had to hold 2, hold 3 to score any primary, and there's only 5 objectives, right?
5, I believe.
Yeah, 5. It was a bit harder to do.
Yeah.
Especially with my army being elite as it is. I put all my points into my two my 10-man Terminator squad, so gotta spread myself a little thin to capture these things. But yeah, it was he pretty much just tabled me. I didn't really get to do too much against him. I killed like 3 units, and then his heavy destroyers, he just kept bringing them back. I'd kill him, and he just kept bringing them back. I was like, I can't. I'm done. You win, good sir. I've had enough. And that was my experience. So I went 2 and 3, which I think was 3rd place amongst our group out of 6.
Yep, I believe so.
So I got the bronze. Travis took the silver, and our New York friend took the gold.
Yeah, with 3.5 wins.
3.5 wins. It's crazy how you can still get a draw.
Yeah.
It's funny because he got a draw. He got a draw because his whole army got wiped, and because his opponent was able to get all the primaries that he needed, it turned into a draw.
Yeah.
Instead of a lose.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. But that's
that was
it. It was fun. It was over at the Rio, which not as nice. Definitely compared to Bally's, it's definitely a dead casino. Yeah, there's like, I mean, I never saw this, but there's like no food court there. So you're hoping the little chef cookout that they have in front of the convention hall is all you're gonna probably get.
Yeah.
But obviously they didn't prepare for how many nerds were gonna be there. So like day 1, the line was too packed, and a lot of people probably didn't get food. I think we ran out to Subway. Like we just got into the car and drove out to a Subway and picked up food there.
Yeah.
I know convention wise, the biggest complaint was water. Day 1, they were just like not refilling the water at all. And when you're in the convention hall and you're yelling constantly, boy, it's getting dry. You want to go get some water, and it's like, well, look at that. The water coolers haven't been refilled for the last 3 hours. So that was bad.
It was fucking terrible, dude. They were just, instead of replacing the water, the people would come out and just turn the machine around so that way you would know it wasn't working, I guess. It's like, this doesn't fucking help me at all, bro.
Yeah, that was a big problem on day 1. It was a bit of a problem on day 2. Luckily, they did fix it, but like on the last round, they're like, "Yo, guys, we went to Walgreens or whatever, and we bought some cases of water. Come get a water bottle."
Which solved the problem, but was still pretty funny.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of, we didn't stay at Bally's, though we probably should have, seeing how cheap it was.
The Rio.
Or yeah, sorry, at the Rio. But hindsight, we booked our Airbnb like back in November, so who would have known that it would be $28 a room?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's really cheap.
Yeah, it was super cheap. I wish we would have gone or did it, but whatever. It's fine next time. But people who stayed in Rio were not having didn't have really good things to say about it either. So
Yeah.
there was like a fire alarm that got pulled. There was the elevators didn't work.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it was. It's somewhat under construction, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that should have been fixed or
Yeah, it was
could
pretty
have been
scuffed.
better.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was okay. The convention hall was nice. I liked it. I liked it a little bit better than Bally's, but
Hmm.
the convenience that Bally's has over Rio, I mean, I'd rather just go back to Bally's
Yeah. Hard to agree.
because at least there's a food court.
Mm.
I don't know what your experience was, Travis. I'm sure it's pretty much the same as mine, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
want to
Basically
say
the exact
anything?
Yeah, I mean it was cool how like we could park so close was one of the nice things, one of the nicest parts. But yeah,
Parking
the
was
like
free.
yeah, and free, which was really cool. But yeah, it seemed like maybe the Rio was like trying to nickel and dime them or something, or maybe they were too cheap to want to pay for however much they were charging them for water. I'm not sure which, but it ended up getting fixed, so no sweat off my back. But I mean, yeah, Bali's is much nicer
Yeah, and
and centrally localized on the strip.
true. But the most important thing is the BCP app didn't crash once.
Ooh, that's a big deal.
I know.
Yeah,
I was surprised. I was like, oh my god, no 6 hour wait time.
it was amazing.
They
God,
finally got it fixed.
yeah. I think everybody was surprised by the fact that we didn't have a single delay.
I mean, going out the two that we've been to, the only two that we've been to, it was shocking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our LVO experience. We didn't do day 3 because we were just like, do we really want to spend another 9 hours playing, or do we just want to go hit the town and do whatever?
Yeah, dude.
So half our group was like, we're just gonna go hit Vegas, see what's up. I know Travis and our friend Lane, they went and did a pickup game.
Yep. Or his orcs versus my Lords of Skulls.
Yep.
Lost again. Technically 3 and 4 for the weekend.
Yeah. But that is that. Um. Let's just jump into hobby rants really fast here. Let's start with you, John. How have things been?
Good. I just finished my Redemptor Dreadnoughts for my Black Templars. Slowly getting this done. I really just want to paint 30K, but I committed to finishing this army, all 2,000 points of it. So
Well, I mean, you're a fast painter, so it shouldn't take you that long.
true, but it's like the desire to paint something else is so strong. Maybe I'll take a break before the special characters and then just paint like my 6 Castellan robots. It's kind of funny. I'm looking at these Castellan robots, and they're like 160 points or something. And in 30K, where Marines are like 150 points a squad, and I'm like, wow, this guy is worth 10 Space Marines, and I could paint this guy way faster than 10 Space Marines. So there's that. Did some more 40K RPGing on the weekend. That was pretty fun.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah.
just so funny how the Imperium is not a unified system of government, because in the adventure, essentially there's some people being kidnapped or disappearing, and everyone's blaming each other. Like the Mechanicus is blaming the Ecclesiarchy, and the Ecclesiarchy is blaming the Mechanicus, and the characters are like, I don't know who's right anymore. And it's like, that's the point.
Yep. Well,
It was pretty fun.
that's the comedy of the Imperium, right? It's supposed
Yes.
to be this whole unified thing, and they can't agree on anything
Yeah.
except for no, I was gonna say except for Emperor being a god, but even then they don't
Even then,
believe in that.
even then.
Not all of them, I should say. Okay, and then I don't really need to ask Travis because we just spent the whole week
Did you
together.
hop- so,
True.
Yeah, but future plans. I mean, we are planning to do an escalation league again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
ooh, over 40K?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Because
My Black Templars.
yeah, I'm gonna do my Black Templars.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Friend's gonna do Tau maybe. He's fickle. You never know what he's gonna actually do. But he's all hyped up because Tau Codex got leaked, and we got the scans, and we pretty much on our 5-hour trip back home, we just looked at the scans and pretty much went over it. And Tau are looking spicy.
Yeah, they look pretty strong from what I see.
Yeah, they look good.
But so he's all hyped up for that right now.
Good. Glad
But
he's hype.
but because we got Tim, who was on here like 2 weeks ago, I think. We're gonna try to ease him into the game, get him learning it a little bit more. So gonna just do an escalation league to help him out.
Yeah.
But
Put on
other
the
than
training
that,
wheels.
exactly. Other than that, I mean, I'm tired because I just spent 5 hours in a car getting over here.
You too?
Yeah, I know, right? I had fun. I'm excited to go back next year.
Oh yeah, it was amazing as always. Vegas is fun. Always cool to hang out with your buds and do stuff. And yeah, if you haven't been, highly recommend it.
Yeah, I want to go next year. I was planning on doing either the Legion or the Titanicus events or the
Ooh.
30K one, but I don't know. The 30K one, I didn't want to bring. I wanted to start a new army. Couldn't finish that on time. Titanicus, I was kind of FOMO'd. Then I look at the tables and it wasn't even fully painted, and I'm like, okay, never mind. Boner gone.
Oh, rip.
Maybe I'll do Star Wars. The Star Wars terrain is amazing from the pictures I've seen.
Oh yeah,
So
Yeah.
I'll do that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gorgeous.
sad that I didn't take any pictures of that. But yeah, okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it?
Good to hear from Travis again.
Yes, it is good to have the third back.
Appreciate you having me on.
Well, you're always welcome to come on.
Hey man, when I can make it, I make it.
I know. Work be crazy
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Gotta pay for all those minis.
somehow.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm out there, doing illegal stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
All right then. Well, I'll call it there then. I'd like to thank everyone for making it to the end, and
Yeah.
we'll catch you next time.
Later, everyone.
Bye.